Okay. So we're going to get started. Hey, Patricia. And you're going to have your feet standing in the strap, holding the strap. Palms are going to be facing forward. And Patricia, instead of squats, you're going to be doing marching. Instead of squats, you're going to march. Okay, everybody else, it's going to be bend your elbows. You're going to squat down and up. If you want to try the marches, you can, but I recommend the squats. Patricia, you'll be doing opening those arms and marching up. Everybody else, you're going to be squatting down with your elbows bent for 5, 4, yep, 3, 2, and on this one, you're going to squat and hold. Okay, everybody else, you're going to punch the arms forward, bend them back in. Patricia, you're going to have your arms out to the side. You're going to be bending and straightening out to the side. Everybody else, you're punching forward in that squat. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and on this one, pause with your arms straight. Left arm only, 5 circles each direction. 5. Draw the shoulder blades down. 3, 2, 1. 5, the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bend your elbows in. Stand up tall. Bring your feet out of those straps. Okay, everyone, you're going to have your palms facing the ground. Okay, we're going to take the right arm is going to stay completely still. Pressing forward. Left arm reaches up and then back down. Left arm reaches up, then down. Good. Up, then down. Up and up. For 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and on this one, you're gonna hold left arm straight up. So now you wanna pull that shoulder blade down your back, and you're gonna bring your right leg to tabletop. Okay, you're keeping that left arm reaching up towards the ceiling. You're gonna hinge forward, kick back, stand up, tabletop. So you're trying to get that left shoulder blade to stabilize, drawing down as you kick back and come up. So you have your back line engaged, kick back, come up. 2 more. 1. Good. 2. Stand up, bring your hands down, lower the arms down, round the shoulders forward and back. So getting this whole concept of a cross from your shoulder blade to your opposite glute. There's a fascial connection there to help stabilize. Okay, arms go straight out in front of you. Now, right arm reaches up and back, lowers down. Reach up and back, lower down. Good. Up, lower down. Reach up. Good. So as you're lifting this arm up, you're pulling the shoulder blade down. Right shoulder blade draws down. For 4, 3, 2, and on this one, you're going to pause. Arm lifted up. Right arm's lifted up. Now you're going to bring your left leg to tabletop. Hold here and hinge forward, kick back. So you're rotating at the pelvis, is rotating on top of the femur. Good. You're keeping the back line engaged for 3, for 2. Good. Last 1. And both feet come down. Lower your arms down. Round the shoulders forward and back. Great. Now, everyone, you're going to stand back into those straps. It is not a full-on squat. You bend your knees just ever so slightly. They come forward in front of your toes. Then you push your hips back. So it's that knees bend to come forward. Then you get the hips to push back. Bend your elbows up. reach back down. When you bend your elbows up, it's going up towards the ceiling. You want to keep those wrists underneath those elbows. It's like you're picking up a suitcase for 3, for 2, and then you're going to pause. Those elbows are going to be behind you. Good, Brandy, just like that. Now, straighten the arms behind you, bend them back down. So this is for your triceps. You straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend. Good. Straighten, bend. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and on this one, pause with those arms straight. You're going to open, close, open, close, open, close. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come in, lower the arms down, stand up tall, round the shoulders forward and back. And you're just going to let those straps go down to the side. Step off the strap. We're going to just do some calf raises, completely different, putting away from the shoulders and going down to the ankles. You're going to just lift and lower, lift and lower. And as you do this, try not to rock forward. Try to go straight up, up. There's a little bit of a rock, but it's the difference between rocking the whole body and just trying to go straight up. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to switch to single leg. Bring your left leg up, lift and lower. You can always come to a wall. It's always good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and then you're going to take this left leg, send it back behind you, and it's going to bend your right knee, coming into a lunge. Now, if your back is hurting you for some reason, you can't go into those deep lunges, you're going to just do a very shallow split. Everybody else? Now, you hinge forward from the hips. Bring your chest upright, making sure that it's the pelvis that rotates forward. It's not your spine. Good. Rotate the pelvis back up. Pelvis forward and hold. Now you're going to take your back knee. You're hinged forward. You bend your back knee down towards the ground. You straighten it back up. Bend down and up. Bend down and up. Now, if that's causing any strain, you're going to pause with the knee bent and then bring your chest upright. If that's causing strain, you're going to just come upright and straighten both knees and work on just bending the back knee. So everyone bring your chest upright, pause with the back knee bent halfway towards the ground, holding here. Now bring your arms out to the side to make a T. And you're going to bring left arm overhead, right arm in front, side bend. Woo, don't tip over. Hold, draw yourself upright, bend your elbows, fingertips go towards the ceiling. You're going to rotate towards your front knee, opposite side towards the front knee, opposite side towards the front knee. Good, just like that, Mac. Now, if this is getting into anybody's knees, you're just going to straighten the back knee, keep your front knee bent. Rotate, center. For 5, for 4, 3, good, 2, last 1. Now, you're going to use this front leg to explode, to come up, step back and down into your lunge. Step up, back and down. Now, you can either go back down into 2 90-degree angles, or you can step that left leg just back straight. Good. Good, you find what works for you. And then you can always pick up the tempo to as fast as feels comfortable for you. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, final 1, and place both feet down together. Shake the legs out. You're going to grab your strap again, giving the legs a little bit of a break. Bring your hands up, holding the strap. You have probably about a hand's length in between your hands. Yeah. Arms are going to go above the head. Hands are slightly in front of the head. I'm just kneeling to get closer. You're going to bend your elbows down, You're still making two 90-degree angles at the elbows. Straighten up and down. Good. Now, Deborah, if that strap's a little light, bring your hands closer together. The yellow tends to be a little lighter. Good, Mac. Patricia, I forgot to give you a strap. Bend and straighten. Yes, good, Deborah. That's a better one. And bring your hands closer together. Make those 90-degree angles. 3 more. 3. Good, Mac. 2. And 1. You're going to pause. It's like the Arnold pose. So you have those 90-degree angles. Rotate your palms towards the ground. Then palms forward. You rotate through the shoulders. Now, everyone, check in with your elbows. Make sure your elbows aren't behind you. They're kind of in line, if not a little in front of the body. Good, Marie. Good, Brandy, for 5. And this whole time, you're keeping this pressure of wanting to push your elbows out to the side. So you're pushing out of the shoulders, and you're also sending the pinky side of your hand open. Now pause with the palms to face the ground, okay? Now reach the arms forward, bend them back in. Reach forward, good, back in. Reach forward, back in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and on this one, you're gonna pause with those arms straight. Hold, you're gonna take your right leg, you're gonna take your left leg and you're gonna send it back behind you. Okay, now hinge forward again. Keep those arms reaching forward. Now you rotate just the pelvis. Open up the pelvis, rotate the pelvis back forward. Open the pelvis, close. So I'm taking that left side of my hip and I'm opening it up towards the ceiling and then rotating it back to center. My heart and my ribs stay facing forward. Open, close. 2 more. Open the hips, close the hips. Open the hips, close the hips. Bring the legs together, stand up tall, lower your arms down. Shake it all out. Okay, we already have done our lunges on one side, so you're gonna use the opposite leg, because I think everyone's got a little bit of a different leg. So I believe for me, it's gonna be my right leg. I'm gonna step back. So whatever leg you did on your lunges, it's gonna be the opposite side. Bend your front knee forward. Good, now lunge down to your 90-90. Your back leg will lunge down and then straighten up. Back leg lunges down and up, down, good, and up. And you're not going all the way down to the ground. Good, up for 3, for 2. Last one, you're gonna go back to this 90-90. At any point, if you need to, straighten your back knee, please do. Bring your chest so it's parallel towards the wall, looking forward. Bend your elbows. Now you're gonna take a side bend, bringing your right arm overhead and side bend. Good. Then pull your ribs down to bring yourself upright. Now rotate your right side towards that left knee. Rotate, good. Rotate. So you're getting these obliques to twist. Rotate. Rotate for 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate back to center. Now you're gonna explode off that front leg and back down. Come up, good. Back down, up. Now you can keep those arms up or you can drop them down to your side, but you're going down. And pay attention to that front knee. You wanna keep it on top of the front ankle for 5, for 4, 3, 2, last one, and hold up. Good. We're gonna go just back into your lunge again. You're gonna take that floating leg, step deep back, bend your front knee. We're gonna rotate just the pelvis. So hinge forward from the hips. Hands are gonna come together. Bring both hands to the inside of your front knee. So you're pushing onto that inner thigh. You're gonna take your right arm, reach it back behind you, and just rotate your pelvis to the right. Your right arm's behind you, your chest is slightly open, and you open your pelvis to the right, then you bring it back to center. Good. Open the pelvis to the right, Bring it back to center. Open it up. And then center. 2 more. Open and close. Last one. Open. Good, Mac, just like that. And close. And then bring your hands together. Bring your feet together. Stand up tall. Shake it all out. We're going to rotate down to the, we're going to roll down to the ground. Reach your arms up. Look down the nose. Round your spine forward. Reach down towards the ground. Once your hands come to the ground, you're going to walk yourself out and then lower your knees down. So you come to an all fours position. And then from here, we'll couple cat-cows, round up, extend back. Now go ahead and grab your straps. You want your straps close by. Good. One more cat-cow, you round up, extend back, and then find your neutral spine. Good, and you're pressing your chest away from the ground. Okay, take a big inhale here, exhale, reach your right leg back behind you and float it up. Okay, and now from here, you're gonna just open and close that right leg. As you open and close the right leg, push a little bit more weight into your right hand so that your hips don't move. Your pelvis doesn't need to move to accommodate this abduction of the leg. If you have your weight too much in the left hand, your pelvis will start to kind of move with the leg. For 3, 2, 1. Just bend that knee back down onto the ground. Grab your straps, and you're gonna place your strap in your left hand. You're gonna be gripping it with your left hand. Your right hand's gonna be flat and pressing into the strap. And you wanna have your hands are somewhat close together. There's not a lot of slack in between your straps. Go ahead, you're gonna reach that right leg back behind you. Right hand is pushing down into the strap. Left hand is gripping the strap. And you're gonna open your left arm out to the side, holding that strap. And then back down. Good. Left arm reaches out to the side. Right leg stays floating. Good. Open, close. Open, close. For 5. Now, if this is getting into anybody's back, you place that right foot back down on the ground, pushing your toes into the ground. For 3, for 2, and on this one, hold. Arms reaching out to the side. Let's paint 5 circles each direction. 5 with the arm, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, reach out of the leg, reach out of the arm, and bring the hand down, bring the knee down. Press yourself back out into a child's pose. Now you're gonna switch the grip of your hand. So now your right hand is gonna be gripping the strap. Left hand is gonna be flat on the strap. Okay, and now reach your left leg back behind you. Lift it up, hold here. We're gonna do something a little different on this side. Now take your right arm, reach it out to the side and hold. Right arm's gripping the strap out to the side. Open and close the left leg. Open, close, open, close, open, close. Now you have to put more weight into that left hand. Pushing out of that right hand, trying to get that hand to touch the side of the room with the strap with that right arm. For 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg back to center, keep it floating. Let's paint 5 circles with the right arm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the arm down, bring the knee down, and let's just come to a sitting position. Shake it all out. Great job, everybody. You're gonna have be seated. Wrap your feet around the strap. Brandy, I don't know if it's possible for you to bring your monitor down just a touch. And Lon and Deborah, if you could as well, I could see you a little bit better. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, your feet are gonna be wrapped. You're sitting up tall. You're gonna draw those shoulder blades down. And your palms are facing each other and you're grabbing as close to your feet as you can. Bend your elbows in, reach your arms forward. Good. Bend your elbows in. Now, Brandy, push your feet a little bit more away from you. Yeah. And so you can sit up tall. And everyone, you want to think about your chest facing the wall in front of you. And it's going to be facing that wall the whole time as if there's a spotlight coming out of your heart going forward. You keep that spotlight pushing forward as you bend your elbows into your side and hold. Roll off your sits bones to roll back and down. Spotlight is still forward. Pull your ears back in line with your shoulders. Brandy, look straight ahead. Pull your ears back. Good. Oh no, Marie, did yours just break as well? Holding here for 5, 4, 3. Let your shoulders relax away from your ears. 2, 1. Now reach both arms forward. Stay back in that C curve. Bend your right arm in and rotate to the right. And then rotate back to center. Now your knees are glued together. So as you rotate, you just let the rotation happen in the ribs, not in the low back. If your knees are moving, it means your low back is moving. So you just want to keep it in the ribs. Those knees stay locked together for 3, for 2, last 1. Rotate back to center. Switch to left arm rotates. Open your heart to the left. Left. Good. Left for 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. 1, and reach both arms forward. Come all the way up. Let your straps rest on the ground. Round your shoulders forward and back. Okay, you're going to straighten your right leg and bend your left knee in. You're going to keep sitting up tall. This is going to be doing a roll back. So give yourself plenty of space to roll back behind you. You're going to float that right leg, just float it up. And you're going to turn on your quad and your hip flexor here. By keeping that right leg just floating, you're going to open and close the leg. Open and close. Open, close. Open, close. Now you're going to keep that idea of, well, not even the idea, you're going to keep doing it. You're going to keep opening and closing that leg, reach your arms forward, and then slowly roll back as you open and close that leg, coming all the way down, articulating through the spine, getting each vertebra to touch on the ground, and the leg stays exactly where it was. And then once you get your head down, you're going to bring your leg back to center and hold. Now you should feel really that whole hip is open. You're pushing out of the heel. The leg is still just hovering off the ground. Holding here. Reach your arms forward again. Feel what happens. You push out of that leg, look down the nose, start to roll your spine. Use your core to pull you up. Try to keep that leg as still as possible. You're pushing forward, pushing forward, pushing forward. Good. Come all the way back up onto those sits bones. If you need to push into the ground or grab your bent knee, that's fine. Holding here. Hold. Sit up tall. Roll back. Sit up tall. Sorry, roll back halfway. My bad, Brandy. Sit up tall. Roll back just to the top of your sacrum. And then come back up. Roll back just to the top of your sacrum. Come back up. Last 2. 1. And then hold back. That quad is engaged. Hip flexors are working. 5 circles each direction. You're just at the top of your sacrum. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, as you roll the rest of the way down, let that leg lift up towards the ceiling. Good. Then right legs towards the ceiling. Lay all the way down. Roll your ankle. Just paint a circle with your ankle. Yeah, you're just lying down on the back. And now you're going to point your foot straight up towards the ceiling. You're pointing that foot. So the toes are going towards the ceiling. Straighten that knee. Now, you're going to just lift your hips up, lower your hips down. Lift and lower. Now, as you lift those hips, lower the leg down. Then lower the leg. Sorry, lower the hips, lift the leg. Lower the leg, lift the hips, and down. Good. Lift and down. Lift and down. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, final one, and hold. Now you're gonna open and close, open and close, open, close. For 5, 4, go ahead. 3, point that foot. 2, if it feels better to flex, go ahead. 1, and bring the knees side by side, bend that knee, place the hips all the way back down, and just send your knees side to side. Okay, it's gonna start off a little different. You're gonna now straighten your opposite leg. I believe it's gonna be your left leg. You're lying down, that leg is gonna straighten out, and then you're just gonna flex the foot and float it just off the ground. It's parallel to the ground. It's like you're sweeping with your leg as you open and close, open, close, open, close, open, close. For 5, and really anchor in, pushing down with your bent knee to keep that pelvis still. And then you're gonna pause when the leg's back to center, okay? For this one, you're gonna paint small circles one direction. So you're painting the circles one direction. Reach your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Keep those circles painted with the leg as you slowly roll up, painting those circles, roll up. It's a little harder. Good, now paint circles the other direction as you slowly roll down, good, roll down, good, good. One more time, keeping paint circles the other direction, roll back up. If you need to grab your bent knee to assist you when you're coming up, that's fine. And then once you're up, sit up tall, keep the legs still, hold, open and close, open and close. Heart is facing forward. If you need to lean back onto your hands, you still want to keep that heart facing forward. You're just opening and closing the leg, open and close. Now in this one, you're going to roll down, keeping the open and closing of the leg. Roll down, slow, 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 good. Then once you're down, you're going to lift that leg straight up towards the ceiling. Okay, and we're going to just lift and lower the hips a few times. Lift the hips, lower the hips, lift and lower, lift. So your pelvis is lifting and lowering, your leg is staying straight up towards the ceiling. For 3, for 2, and on this one, lift the hips up and hold. Now lower the leg down till the knees are side by side, then lift it back up towards the ceiling. Lower and lift, lower and lift. For 3, for 2, final 1, knees are side by side, lower the hips all the way down, reach that left leg back up towards the ceiling, grab behind the knee, straighten your right leg straight out in front of you. So you're in this scissor split, and now curl your head and shoulders up. You're using the back of that left leg to give you support. Now float the right leg up, holding here. We're gonna switch the placement of your legs. Now grab behind the right knee. Left leg is low, and then switch, and then switch, switch. Now see if you can curl up a little bit higher, switch. Now at any point, if you need to rest the head and shoulders, please do, but we're doing these scissor splits, and you get a stretch in the hamstring. Stretch in the hamstring as you work your core. For 3, 3, 2, 2, last one, 1, 1. Bring both legs up towards the ceiling. Lower your head and shoulders down. Cross your ankles. Now, your ankles are crossed. You can always bend your knees for this. If it gets into your back or you feel like it's too tight in the hamstrings, and we're gonna lift your hips up towards the ceiling. You can press into your hands gently to get those hips to press up, or you keep your knees bent and you bring the knees towards your chest and lift the hips up. This is to get glutes, lower abdominals to work together. For 5, 4, 3, 2, final one, and then switch what legs on top and still go up. Remember, you can either bend the knees to lift the hips, you draw the knees towards your chest and then press up, or the legs stay straight. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, 1. Uncross your ankles, bend your knees down, and send them side to side. And then from this point, you're just going to turn onto one side, whichever side feels good to you. You're going to lie on your side, create a little pillow for yourself. Good. You're going to take that top leg and you're going to straighten it out. And you're going to reach it back behind you. And take that top arm and reach it forward. You're getting this nice cross body stretch here. Top legs reaching behind you, top arms reaching forward. Then you're going to bring that top leg in line with your body. Bring your arm back and rest it, in front of you. But this whole time you want to be lifting your lifting your bottom ribs off the mat. And from here, you're going to lift that top leg and lower. Now, the ribs staying off the mat is going to keep the pelvis still. Lift and lower, lift and lower. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and you're going to lift and hold. Hold. Let's just paint 5 circles each direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. Bend your knee. Your foot will go behind you. Your knee is still in line with your hip, which is directly underneath your shoulder. And from here, keep the knee bent. You bring the leg to tabletop, then you kick back behind you. You're keeping that 90-degree angle. Heel stays directly underneath the knee, and you're lifting forward and kick back. Good. Lift forward, kick back. Lift forward, kick back. For 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and on this one, you're going to pause with that knee reaching forward in front of you. Now straighten the leg forward, bend the knee back. Straighten the leg forward, bend the knee back underneath the knee. Sorry, bend the heel back underneath the knee. Just to straighten and bend. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and on this one, pause with the leg straight. 5 circles each direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2. Kick the leg back. Lower it down to rest. Nicely done. Go ahead. You're going to roll onto your back. You're going to use whichever leg you just worked. You're going to bring the outside of that ankle to the top of the opposite knee and get a figure 4 stretch. So just get a stretch for those lateral rotators, the outside of your hips. Just getting this stretch here. And then when you're ready, go ahead and roll onto your other side. You're on your other side. You're going to take that you bend your bottom leg up into tabletop, let it rest on the ground. Take your top leg, swing it back behind you. Top arm is reaching forward and at an angle. Good. And then kick the leg in line with your shoulder. Bring your body back. And let's just start by lifting your ribs and lift and lower the top leg. So really, your ribs are off the ground. You're just lifting and lowering. Lift and lower. Good. Lift and lower. You want to keep your toes facing forward. Try not to turn out. For 3, for 2, last 1, you're going to lift and hold that leg now. Push out of that foot and feel how that brings your pelvis more to neutral. Bend your knee. Good. Your foot's facing behind you. Now, bring the knee forward. Bring the knee back. Heel stays underneath the knee the whole time. Good. Forward and back. Good. Forward and back. Forward and back. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, And then this one, you're gonna pause with that knee and tabletop. Your legs are pretty much parallel to one another. And straighten your top leg forward, bend it back in. Ribs stay off the ground, even though your knees are in tabletop in front of you. Just that top leg is floating. You bend and you straighten for 5, 4, 3, 2. And on this one, you're going to pause with the legs straight. Let's paint 5 circles each direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knee, place it down. Roll over onto your back. You're going to bring the outside of one ankle, the ankle you just worked, to the top of the opposite knee. And you're going to push that knee away from you. So you're getting this figure 4 stretch. And then you're going to place both feet down on the ground. You're going to do a pelvic tilt to flatten out your low back. You're going to bring your hands behind your head to support your neck. Push your head back into your hands and crunch up. Lower down. So by getting that head to push into your hands, you turn off the neck flexors, but you allow your deep neck flexors to do the work, not the superficial sternocleidomastoid. You don't want that to be working too hard. For 5, for 4. So you really want the ribs pushing down to bring yourself up. And on this one, you're going to crunch and hold. So you're crunched up. Now, everyone, bring your chin down till you feel like you have, let's say, an orange in between your chest and your chin. And you're gently holding that orange there. Good. Now, flatten out the low back by doing a pelvic tilt and then unpelvic tilt. So you flatten out that low back and then you find neutral. You pull the ribs down. You pull the belly button down to flatten out the back, and then you push your tailbone forward. So we're moving the pelvis here. We're going into pelvic tilts. Flatten out the back, push the tailbone back down. Flatten out the back, neutral. Flatten back, neutral. Now pause when you do that pelvic tilt. Your low back's pressing into the mat. Bring your right leg to tabletop, then your left leg to tabletop. Your heels are going to stay squeezing together. You open the knees. And then you close the knees. Your head and shoulders are staying lifted. You open the knees, close the knees. It's like you're doing just your knees open out to the side. You make a diamond, you close. Now, at any point you need to rest the head and shoulders, please do. But this is about trying to work the endurance of those core muscles. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and you're going to pause with those knees open. Now, you're going to bring your right armpit towards your left knee for 5, for 4, for 3, good. For 2, you're in this diamond tabletop. 1, now left armpit towards right knee, keeping that diamond tabletop. For 4, for 3, for 2. Last one, and bring your knees together, lower head and shoulders. Place one foot down, then the other foot down, and send your knees side to side. Side to side, side to side. And then you're going to rotate up. And you're into kind of this side seated position. And you're going to come to your knees on all fours. And then Deborah, with your hurt knee, or your hurt leg, you're just going to straighten that back behind you. That hurt leg. So you're only on 3 points. Everybody else, you're on 4. We're about to go into that 3 point anyway. So everyone, you're going to straighten one leg back behind you. Separate your shoulders. Push your shoulder blades apart and lift your chest away from the ground. Now from here, then press your heart forward. So you keep your shoulder blades separated and your heart's pressing forward. And then you're going to come into your full plank. It's the difference between rounding that spine and then pushing your mid spine forward. Now everybody look towards the ground so you don't overextend that cervical spine. And you're holding this plank for 5, 4, 3, 2. Now just push your hips back to come into like an A frame. And you're going to slowly walk your feet forward. And then if there comes a point where you have to walk your hands back, that's fine. And you're going to slowly build your spine all the way up. Good. Once you're up at the top, you're going to inhale, float your arms up. We're going to go back down. Exhale, look down the nose, round the spine forward, reaching down towards the ground. Good. And then you're going to walk yourself back out into that plank. The only difference here is you're going to send your legs wide outside of the shoulders. Now, still get those hips towards the ground and the heart forward. Now, from here, you can always drop down to your forearms or your knees, but you alternate. You touch one hand to the opposite shoulder, one hand to the opposite shoulder, and then you switch. Hand to opposite shoulder. You're trying to minimize the movement of the hips. The pelvis stays still for 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. Last one. 1, 1. Hands come down. Bring your feet together. Pike your hips up. Walk your feet forward. Then your hands back towards your feet. Build your spine slowly up, letting your head be the last thing that lifts up. Stand up tall, open those arms out to the side. Lift the heart up and pinch the shoulder blades together. Give yourself a hug. And you're going to rotate your heart to the left, then the right. So you're rotating. It's like you're wringing out a sponge. That sponge being your spine. Rotate and rotate. Then you're going to open your arms back out to the side. Lift the heart up. Switch what arms on top as you give yourself another hug. And then you're going to side bend, side bend, side bend, side bend. Good. Last one. Open those arms back out to the side. Lift the arms up. And we're not going to be walking out to the plank. You're just going to roll down that spine, reaching those hands towards the ground, rolling all the way down. And then once you're down, you can bend your knees slightly to bring your hands onto the ground. You're just going to walk both hands towards your left foot. Separate your legs a little bit wider. This is going to get a little bit of a deeper stretch through the hamstrings. Walk your hands back to center. Then walk your hands to your right foot. And your head's just hanging. Walk your hands back to center. Big inhale here. Exhale, slowly build your spine all the way back up. Round those shoulders forward and back. Walk the feet in. Shake it all out. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Fantastic job.